It's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars with a 1964 Chevrolet C-10 short bed pickup truck. We're going to take this one for a quick drive and show you around. It does have a Bel Air steering wheel. Actually, it looks really cool. So, actually, this is a manual drive transmission, but this truck drives so good, I'm having no problems holding the camera and the steering wheel at the same time. So, really good driving truck. Super straight down the road. A little bit of wind noise over there, maybe the window, probably the vent window, but so you can kind of hear that in the background. Super smooth, reliable. It's a 6-cylinder with a 3-speed on the column, and pretty much an original truck. Everything works, and slowing down here to come to this cul-de-sac. Speedometer works, fuel gauge works, all the idiot lights turn on when they're supposed, you know, when you turn the key on. Not sure if you could see that at the very beginning of the video. Windshield wipers work. Just turn those on, and I'm holding this camera with one hand and steering it with the other just into this cul-de-sac. Just shifts through the gears really easy and smooth. Clutch feels good, really good. Even the emergency brake works, and that might sound funny, but I'm telling you, almost all the trucks I get in, it's very, very rare that the emergency brakes work. So this truck is very mechanically sound. Nice sound, smooth sounding little engine. Runs like a top. Heater hoses are hooked up. That heater is not leaking, it's working. Now I'm not sure if the fan inside is working. Let's double check that while we got it running. I think that it might be. Oh yeah, the fan does work. I remember when I bought it. So this both pulls in and out like it's supposed to. Pulls in and out. And there you go, you can hear the fan turn on. So lights work. The only thing that's not working electronically on this truck is the horn. The horn is not hooked up. Other than that, which is really cool. So I actually really love this truck, and it's got a couple of little things that it needs. Instead of running it through the shop and fixing everything, I'm gonna put this truck up a little bit cheaper than I normally would. I think it's gonna sell super fast, and kind of call it a body guy special. So here's the thing. This was the picture the guy sent me right here. Boom. When he said, hey, come check out this truck, I got it. It's awesome. It runs great. And of course he talked up how mechanically sound it is, and he's been driving it around town, which is all true. But it's got a couple of little issues. I love the patina on this truck. From bumper to bumper, it's all steel, original. This is the original paint job that's all faded. Love the patina. I personally wouldn't think about painting it or changing anything. But he didn't send me this shot. So, not exactly sure what happened, but what it looks like, because I've seen this before, is it looks like the door may have not been latched all the way when somebody was backing out of a parking spot or a garage. The door got caught and pulled back, broke this piece here, and then of course dented here. So I'm calling this a body man special. If you're a body guy, or if you have a friend who's a body guy, pulling these dents out here. This is the cool thing about the truck, is I think if you pulled this dent and pulled these dents here, that's the main thing. Straighten this piece out. That's the main thing that I personally, if this was my truck and I was going to keep it, that's the only thing I would do to this truck, is pull those dents out, make it look a little straighter there, and hopefully possibly be able to do that without messing up the original paint, or maybe try and find some flat paint to match and just touch that spot up. We've done that many times on trucks like this, where so that's the only thing I would do to this truck. Besides, there are a couple of small rust spots. This is usual. Rust spot down here, and you know, you can see that there's a little bit of loose Bondo there. I could probably just be honest and pull that off, and it looks like there's a little bit of steel actually hanging on there. So that's not uncommon. I'm just going to pull that off. I'd rather just be honest about it. That's very, very common piece, and I think it's about $35 to order that piece. The back of the cab's corners are actually in good shape. The rockers are in good shape. The bottoms of the doors have a little bit of rust on them, all the way across. But like I said, for me, now, you know, you may be watching this saying, hey, I think I'd like to restore this truck. That's cool. The rest of the body is fairly straight, but to me, the value in trucks like these is the patina and a few little dings and dents, and it's not a perfect truck, and it's not expensive, and you didn't spend $35,000 on a show truck. This is a truck you drive to work. This is a truck you drive to shows. It's been lowered. So problem number one, let me finish. Same spot over here as on the other side. Little spot of rust. Looks like somebody put some Bondo in it a long time ago and touched up, matched the paint. Couple little tiny holes. I personally probably wouldn't even mess with these. If it was me, I'd probably leave those. Couple of little spots of rust coming through, like on the hood here. To me, that just is character. And if it was my truck, I wouldn't fix those. I wouldn't fix the hood. I wouldn't fix that little spot on the door. I would probably fix this. That bothers me. Those are things that bother me, rust holes. But look at these cab corners. They look great. And underneath the truck looks really good. And I'm going to show you that in a second. Okay, so it's got brand new matching radial BF Goodrich tires, a little bit bigger in the front, a little bit smaller in the back. When I say matching, I mean they're all BF Goodrich. Wheels look awesome, painted, matching Corvette rally style old school center caps, which are really great. They look awesome. The truck's been lowered, just perfect amount of clearance in the back here, right underneath. I mean, literally just the perfect amount for this tire to fit back there. The one problem is they lowered it probably old school style is what I'm guessing, and cut the springs in the front. And when they did that, cut just a hair too much. And if you hit a bump, it bottoms out. It hits the, you know, the body bracket. And so there is a bumper there, a bumper stop that it's hitting. So if it was me, again, either put a newer spring in and make sure I give myself a little bit more spring, or maybe help it out with some air shocks in the front, pump them up to, you know, 45 PSI, just enough to keep it, you know, or maybe put just a hair longer shock. Had a little bit longer shock, and it's got brand new shocks in the front, and maybe somebody was trying to mess with that, and fix it, but they didn't put quite long enough shock in there to really hold it. So cruising down the road, I mean, doing 65, 70 miles an hour, this thing is smooth. But you go to a parking lot and you hit a speed bump, you drive into somebody's, you know, driveway, and you go over their little curb, you know, to get in their driveway, it's going to bump out. It's going to kind of bottom out a little bit. There are a few other little spots there's a dent here. There's one here on the hood. So it's not, you know, a perfectly straight body. I'm trying to get that, see if I can try to get that in the light. You can kind of see that crease there. Like I said, a couple little spots of rust on the hood. So anyways, other than that, you know, like I said, if it was me, fix those couple of inexpensive spots, lower front fenders, rear part of the front fenders on their left and right side, take some of these dents out of the door and try to match this paint, and then call it done. I mean, inexpensive project. Door panels on the inside look good. Windows roll up and down easily. All the glass in this truck is in good shape. The windshield does have a little bit of a windshield curve there. You can see that, and a little bit of glass polish. Will likely take that off. Like I said, you know, big plus here is everything mechanically is working great, and this is a daily driver truck. I mean, you could literally drive this truck to work every day if you wanted to. I believe you could. Seat is in great shape. Floor mat's got a normal hole in it where your heel goes. These floor mats cost 160 bucks. You pop them in. You know, they're factory original looking. You pop them in and it makes the floor look new again. Even the old gas tank cover is still back there, which is pretty cool. Usually those are long gone. Nice clean inside overall, you know. The other thing I would do if I owned this truck is I'd put a new wood bed in it. And you can go to Home Depot and buy poplar or oak. And that's probably what I would do. I would save these and I wouldn't touch them. I might just put a little bit of clear coat on them or something and let them be kind of that rusty, you know, patinaed look, but with some brand new wood. Or barn wood. Barn wood would look awesome, even better than going to Home Depot. Get some old school rough cut barn wood and put it in the back. So I don't know, those are my ideas. You know, you do with it what you like. Check this out. This is what impresses me on this truck. That is the original cab corner. It is spotless. this rocker down here at the bottom, one tiny little hole. Other than that, the rockers are in good shape. Okay, a couple other little holes. But underneath here, original floor pans, original frame rails, these are in exceptional condition. Exceptional condition. Step ups in the back, same thing, rust free. Really, really clean back here. It's got a new muffler system on it, in the back, a new muffler. And this tire really takes up the fender well, so it's gonna be a little hard to try to show you in there, but I just want to show you that, you know, these inner fender wells are rust free. And this is where I was really impressed with the truck, like I said. There's a camera on the back of the inner fender well. A little bit of Georgia red clay there because we're driving the truck around and other people are. It's still got the spare tire in the back, which is cool. That's pretty rare for me too. Usually we don't get those in with spare tires in them. Same thing here. Rust-free inner fender well. Passenger side underneath. Same thing, just exceptional condition. Exceptional condition of original floor pans. Frame rails. This is the cab corner on this side. I mean, it looks unbelievable. I'm blown away. It's really too bad that that little accident happened on the driver's side, because to be honest with you, other trucks that I've had identical to this without the dents and the couple of little rust spots fixed, we're selling for $13,000 right now. These trucks are, you know, maybe, yeah, 14 grand, somewhere around there. These trucks are bringing money. So I'm listing this well under 10, keeping in mind that I didn't do an awesome engine detail. I didn't fix these couple of little things that I normally would. You know, could be a fun father-son project. And you can see the space there between, that's what's hitting right there. It's just, you got an inch and a half. So it's not a whole lot for it to bounce. I mean, underneath this truck is basically completely rust-free. And then you have two or three little holes on the other side of the rockers that are tiny, and that is it. So, well, there you have it. I went a little long-winded, and I always talk a lot. But like I said, this thing's ready for the road mechanically. I mean, a couple of little things, great. It's be a super fun project. And like I said, I'm gonna throw this up. I'm gonna throw this up pretty cheap and let it go quick. And you know, somebody else with a little bit of time and love and effort and finessing have a really, really cool patinaed truck. Lowered, this thing's got the stance. It looks awesome. And not a whole bunch of money into it. It wouldn't, you know, or this would be a great investment. You're looking for something, buy this thing, to put a little time in it, fix it up, you know, list it for 15. So there you have it.